everyone, it's Missy. We are in early winter. It is 22 to 23 weeks after average day to last frost, and the highs in our area are now in the upper 30s, lower 40s. The snow has been skirting around us, but we have it forecasted for the next couple days. So, we have to get a lot done yet out in the garden. If you have asparagus, you want to cut down the shoots after a killing frost, which in my area we had just this past week. You want to apply limestone and compost to the bed for use next year. With the herbs, you want to put leggy plants indoors under lights. Now, I purchased a new light system off of Amazon that I'll show you in a little bit. You can sow garden cress indoors if you like to add that to your salads and sandwiches. With root crops, just remember when you are harvesting them, do not wash before storing. You just want to wash them before you're going to use. And if you don't have a basement or cellar like I do, you can take a metal trash can, sink it into the ground, so that way the lip of the trash can is like an inch above the soil, just so that way the cover can go on and off easily. And then you want to cover it and put the cover on and cover that with straw. So you could take a couple of straw bales and put that over the top. Now, I haven't tried it in my region because I wonder if it's too cold where I live to do that. If you live in a warmer region, that may be a more feasible and economical idea. But basically, you can store your root crops in the trash can. So like your potatoes, carrots, beets, etc. I was going to try to do that, but our soil is now frozen and I am not going to be able to bury a trash can for you guys. But I definitely want to try that in the future just to test it out and see if it does work in my area. And then, of course, with all the fall leaves on the ground, you want to mulch them, just basically mow over them, and that will shred them. And then you can gather those for composting. So let's get going out in the garden. So I've been slowly working out in the garden this week. This is what the buckwheat looks like after a frost has hit it. And all I'm doing is I'm taking my spade and I have been slowly spading this into the soil, because when it does get frosted, it dies, you want to spade it into the soil so the organic matter can decompose over the winter months. I won't be doing that to the oats or the winter rye because, as you can see, it's still green and growing. I need a harder frost to kill that. But I did spade over the green beans, the bush beans, incorporated manure where there wasn't any cover crop, and I'm just doing my best to try to prepare the garden for next year. Another outdoor chore that I'm sure you guys are all doing is raking your leaves, which is what I'm doing here. I don't try to get every last leaf because I do like the leaves to provide some nutrients for my lawn, but I will rake these into a pile, and where I'm at, I cannot start a second compost pile because it is just too cold. But what I do is take a garbage bag and put the leaves in there, store them in my shed, and then I could dump them out on my garden in the spring to go and till into the soil, or I can use them as mulch next year around my plants. Alright, and finally, I did promise to show you my newest purchase from Amazon. So this was a Prime Day deal, and the price on Prime Day was about $26. And normally this light kit is about $35 to $38. This light kit does not include the wooden planter or the pots. It is just the white frame and the light. So it's a 14-watt plant grow light, and the estimated energy cost is $1.69 per year. And the brightness is 900 lumens. I don't know if $169 per year means like they have it on the whole year. I mean, that just sounds kind of odd. I mean, I would only use this in the wintertime. But yeah, this is pretty flat. The box is pretty flat that it came in. And there are the lighting facts, so that way you guys can see all the specs. And then I'll also have this linked in the description below if you're interested. And then it also has the measurements. So It is only about 5.5 inches deep, so you're not going to be putting large pots under here, but it is 16.5 inches in length, and then of course 11, almost 11.5 inches high, which is perfect for small pots of herbs. And then of course they show leaf lettuce, but I usually use my AeroGarden for that. This is what it looked like pulled straight out of the box. So you can see the LED light up here. These are the frames and the plug or the outlet. And then that's the base of the unit as well. So, I mean, you can figure out the depth. It's about the width of my hand. So it's pretty small pots that would fit under there. Not sure if this is going to work out so well for the herbs that I brought indoors because I have them in much bigger pots. But I noticed that my thyme needs to be replanted, so I'll take a chunk of that out, put it in a small pot, and keep it under here for the winter use. And yeah, I think that it will be a nice experiment to try. Obviously, if you don't have this, you can definitely purchase LED lights that you can hang underneath a cabinet over a counter. You can purchase the large LED lights, shop lights, also that you can hang over a table. So think about different ways to get light to your plants, especially in winter when lighting conditions are very low. Otherwise, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.